Asher's New Beginning. Asher's apartment was a monument to his success. Clean lines, polished surfaces, and a view of the city that stretched for miles. But as he looked out the window at the park below, a deep ache settled in his chest. He saw fathers tossing balls to their children and mothers pushing swings, and he realized that yesterday's hard work had only built a beautiful cage. He decided to go down to the park. The fresh air was a welcome change. As he walked, he saw a little girl, Ilara, struggling with a kite. The string was a hopeless tangle of knots, and her small face was crumpled with frustration. Asher felt a pang of empathy for her little struggle, a feeling he hadn't allowed himself to feel for his own. "Sometimes things get a little tangled," he said softly, his fingers working with practiced ease. "But with a little patience, they can fly higher than ever before." He handed her the kite, now free of its knots. She gave him a shy smile, and just then a woman approached, her face a mix of gratitude and relief. "Thank you so much," the woman Maya said. "She's been trying all morning." They fell into easy conversation. Maya told him she was a single mother and that Ilara's father had been gone for years. Asher found himself sharing his own story of a life so focused on tomorrow's dream that he had forgotten to live today. "Yesterday is my learning," he thought, the words of a forgotten song echoing in his mind. "Every day is a new beginning." He looked from Maya's kind eyes to Ilara's joyful face and realized that his new beginning was right here. "Would you mind if I joined you?" he asked, a hopeful tremor in his voice. They had a picnic under the shade of a big oak tree. Ilara drew a picture with her crayons, a colorful family with 3 stick figures. She showed it to Asher, who looked at the drawing and felt a warmth spread through him that was more comforting than any success he had ever known. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the grass, Asher and Maya talked about their dreams. "Tomorrow is my dream," he said, looking at her. It wasn't about a perfect life or a grand plan anymore. It was about building a future, one day at a time, with the people who mattered most. Weeks turned into months. Asher helped Ilara with her homework and read her bedtime stories. He was no longer just a successful man with a beautiful apartment. He was a part of a family, and the emptiness he had felt was now filled with laughter, love, and the joyful chaos of everyday life. One evening, in the garden where they had first shared their dreams, Asher knelt down and asked Maya to marry him. Tears of joy streamed down her face as she said yes. Ilara, who had been hiding behind a bush, jumped out, clapping her hands and shouting with glee. And so, Asher's dream of a family came true, not in the way he had planned, but in a way that was more beautiful and real than he ever could have imagined. Yesterday was the learning, today was the new beginning, and tomorrow was the dream they were building together hand in hand.